Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost?
While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
Let's get ready for Second Date Update. We're going to talk to Lyle. Lyle, so what exactly is going on in your world? How can we help you?
Oh, man, I really hit it off with this girl at this dinner that we had, but I think I might have talked too much about my ex. So, I don't know.
Okay, we'll call her, and we're going to find out why she's blowing you off, if that's the case or not. Now, yesterday at this time, we were talking to Teresa. She called in, and she said she hates this part because I think we're going to go right into it. But no, Lyle, you stick around. We're going to play a song, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to begin to hear your story and do Second Date Update. Fair?
Fair.
Fair. All right. Second Date Update starts next with Johnjay and Rich.
Aren't you something to admire? 'Cause it's like you're my mirror. Oh, my mirror staring back at me, staring back at me.
It was supposed to be the start of a beautiful relationship, but somebody screwed it all up. Second Date Update right now with Johnjay and Rich.
It's Johnjay and Rich. It's time for Second Date Update. Good morning, Lyle.
Good morning, guys.
What's your story, man?
Oh, my God. I went out with this girl, Brittany, and it was amazing. I want to settle down. I don't even know. You know that kind of amazing you feel when you're just like, oh, God, I got to get my life together because it's not going to get better than this.
Oh, wow.
Like, we clicked on every level, and I was already picturing us making plans. It was such a good conversation, you know, but then I didn't hear anything from her. She just completely ghosted me. So I'm just going through the night in my head, and I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, what did I do wrong? Did I overshare? Did I overshare about my ex? I mean, I thought I was being honest. I thought I was being myself, but maybe it came off that like I wasn't over her or something, or maybe it's because maybe the food I ordered, because I got a well-done steak. She gave me a weird look. I don't know. I don't have any idea, but it's driving me so nuts, and I really want to figure it out, so I'm calling you guys.
Was there intimacy, like sexual contact? Was there nudity at the end of this date?
No.
Johnjay likes to ask the important question.
Well, I like to think if there was, then there's a little bit. How about first date? People don't do that on the first date. Well, how did you meet her?
We were talking for a few weeks. I just got into her DMs because I saw her on Instagram, and she was just like super hot, and like I just thought she was interesting. So
when you brought up your ex, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but when you brought up your ex, like what did you say to her? Were you like, oh my gosh, my ex this, and we used to do this all the time? Like, what was that conversation like?
No, it was more like, like, okay, well, what's your longest relationship? And I was like, oh, that was with, the last girl I dated. And it was like, she's like, well, how did you guys break up? It's just, well, we grew apart, and it hurt. And I was dealing with that, but it's been a few months,
I don't like it. I think you shared too much. You should have backed off.
I just almost wonder, because like when you were describing the date to us, you were like, I want to settle down. If you said anything like that on a first date, that could really scare someone off. Like maybe you were just
I didn't
too
say
intense.
That. I didn't say that.
Okay, I was like, oh, wow, he's coming in strong.
Right, and even if it's a subconscious thing in your head, right? You're on this date with this girl, and you're like, oh, I think she could be the one. And then you just start doing the most, right?
Yeah.
You stop being this chill guy to this guy who's like, all right, I don't know, maybe I need to take a couple steps backwards, so...
Well, let's call her, Lyle, and find out why she's blowing you off. How has she been blowing you off? Like just not responding to text messages?
I might have called her once or twice, but also not responding to text messages.
Okay, so when was the last time you actually had response from her on anything?
The last time she responded to me was like, have a good night.
Okay, and that was weeks ago?
That's the last response I
Weeks?
got. No, it was last week.
It would be funny. It was 5 years ago.
That would be creepy.
Let it go.
What's her name, Lyle?
Brittany.
Okay, Lyle Menendez, we're going to call Britney Spears and see why she's not calling you back.
Maybe
all right?
that's why she's ghosting him.
Get over it. Can't associate.
Second Date Update continues next with Johnjay and Rich.
Monster on the beat, hope, then step this way, step that way.
It's Johnjay and Rich. We're in the middle of second date update. You got Lyle here who slid into Brittany's DMs. After a couple of weeks, months, whatever, of talking on DM, they decided to go out to dinner. He says, how did he phrase it? That everything was fantastic. That he was even, oh my God, this is the one. I'm going to make plans.
Settle down.
Yeah, I'm going to make plans. Am I right, Lyle?
Honestly, I might want to quit drinking is how I felt.
Oh, wow.
Oh, maybe you're a big drinker at the table, and she's like, this lush.
That could have been a trigger. She
coming
maybe
out.
had an experience with someone who was an alcoholic, maybe.
She gives us lots of red flag hints.
Yeah.
You get those? Like, not totally, but lots of hints.
Yeah,
Like
I
your
guess we're
voice.
going to find out.
Something's up with your voice. Is it you losing it?
I think I might be, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God.
How did that
Yeah,
happen?
it
But
just
all of a
happened.
sudden, I don't know.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
Go get
Do you
some
think you're
throat
dying?
Some throat
lozenges.
coat
More tea.
tea.
More
Do
tea.
you
More
think you're
tea.
dying right now?
No, I think I'm
Johnjay.
okay.
Are you sure?
I think I'm thriving.
You don't look healthy.
Yes, he does.
All right.
Okay, let's call Brittany.
Yeah, let's call her. Not now, Brittany. My friend's dying.
Hello,
Hey, is Brittany available?
this is Brittany.
Hey, my name's Peyton. I'm with Johnjay and Rich, and we just wanted to talk to you on the radio really quickly this morning if you have time.
Okay, sure.
We got a call from a guy, really nice guy, who said a lot of great things about you. Would you like to hear more about this conversation?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. He slid into your DMs. You guys went out to dinner. He said great things about your dinner. But now he says that you're not returning his messages, and he's kind of been banging his head against the wall, and he came to us to help him get answers. So after talking to him, the four of us here in the studio were like, maybe we could just call her and get the information. So we're calling you about Lyle.
Yeah. I mean, okay, like, you know, I've been thinking about him, but honestly, like, I don't know. I felt like the whole night was a little off. Like, I don't know.
Well, can you give us details?
Well, I mean, okay, so the dinner was good, and I was, like, getting to know him, and I was actually, honestly, even, like, kind of into him. But, you know, he said he's not really, like, a party guy, and I'm not into party guys either. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, but then, like, you know, the dinner was going good, so I was like, you know, you want to go get, like, a drink? And so we went to this club, and the bouncer was like, what's up, man? And, like, acted like, you know, he really, like, knew him, and I just felt like, okay, so if he's, like, not a party dude, then what is this, like, you know, it just felt like he, like, owned the club, like, the whole time, and I just felt like, you know, this is, like, a red flag. Like, he, you know, said one thing, and then now it's like, is he a party dude? Like, why do you lie, you know?
Could he not know the bouncer from the neighborhood?
Wait. Brittany, you ghosted me because a bouncer said hi to me at a bar?
Yeah, I mean, like, he acted literally like you've been there, like, every day of the night. Or every day of the week.
I don't go out, Brittany. That's just my boy from college.
That's what I figured.
And he works there. So how does him
like,
saying hi to me mean that I'm out every night?
Like if he went to the bar and the bartender goes, the usual?
Yeah.
Then you'd be like,
Right.
whoa, dude, you said you don't go out.
But I could also see how, like, she could jump to that conclusion. Like,
Yes.
it's not that far off for
Right.
her to think, like, oh, the bouncer knows. Like, why would the bouncer know him?
Also,
And
why would you say to the bouncer, hey, what's up, Lyle? What's up? Hey, it's my buddy from college.
Right, that's what
I'm
you
saying.
would say,
That's
right?
like,
Right.
it's easy to go,
Right.
oh, well, he just knows the bouncer. Like,
Right.
because you would think if he was a friend from college, you'd be like, that's my buddy from college. It's so great.
Because at the same time, I remember I would go to this one club all the time, and eventually you go there enough with the bouncer let you in.
That's the
'cause
thing.
you know,
We always used to
right.
get to know the bouncers because then you could get in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So,
Right.
yeah,
Okay,
he
look,
didn't say any of that.
Honestly, I was just it caught me off guard because I didn't realize he was going to be working, and I just wanted to get in, and I was focused on you, and I wasn't trying to, you know, it's a first date, so I didn't want to make introductions. And it was just, I don't know, I was just a little bit caught off guard, you know? I mean, I went to his birthday party there once, you know, and I caught up with him for like 5 minutes, but it's not like we're hanging out all the time. I'm not there every night.
You know what, too?
It just caught me off guard.
If you're concerned,
it just caught me off guard.
If your concern is that he's a huge party animal or whatever, and he's a player, I would vibe that he's not, because he doesn't sound like that to me, not to mention he's coming to us to find out why. Like, if he was a player and at the clubs all the time, he'd be like, lost another one.
Right,
Let's go back
where's
tomorrow.
the next one? Yeah, right.
Like
you have to jump through hoops.
Like, there's clearly something there in his point of view, and you thought so, too, until the bouncer. That's why I don't talk to bouncers.
That's why you don't talk to anyone. It just causes problems.
Well, I mean, I do like you, Lyle. I just, it just caught me off guard.
Yeah.
I feel like you could try again, maybe go out one more time and see if the vibes are still good.
Yeah,
Don't
he
go to
really
the
liked
clubs.
you.
Yeah,
He
do
thought you
something
were awesome.
other than going out and drinking.
Right.
And, yeah, do you not want me to say hi to people if they say hi to me? Should I just run away? Or
I don't like
Okay,
that
don't
now.
do that, Lyle.
Never mind, Brittany,
We were
don't go
on
out
your
with him.
side, and then...
No, I like you too. I'm sorry. It was just a weird moment thing, and I didn't know you were going to
I mean, I just have trust issues, and I thought it was a red flag. That's really what it was, and I just, that's why I just was like, I'm sorry for ghosting you, but that's what it was.
Are you guys going to go out again?
I mean, I'm open.
Yay. That's good.
All right, Lyle, she said yes. Do you want to ask her out?
Brittany, you want to come out with me and let's do this again?
Let's do a skin.
Do this again.
Do this again.
Do this
Let's do a skin.
Again.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
The right way.
He wants to take you to Skin, the new snack club.
I feel like at this point we're unnecessary.
Yeah,
they don't
agree.
want it.
I agree.
You guys take this and run with it. We'll just step away slowly.
But Brittany, do you want to say yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
good. So you're going to go out again. All right. A successful second date update. Very nice. Thank you both for going on the air with us.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Hold on the line. It's Johnjay and Rich, second date update.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
There's an efficient way to get caught up on a lot of news. It's called The 7 from The Washington Post. It's a newsletter and podcast. Whether you're reading or hit play, you get 7 stories you need to know, and you can consume it all in just a few minutes. The 7 is out every weekday morning by 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm Hannah Jewell. I'm one of the writers, and I host the show. Find The 7 podcast wherever you're listening. The newsletter link is waiting for you in the show notes.
I have good judgment.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.